very unique and beautiful environment here in Iceland. A lot of rolling hills and different types of terrain that we don't normally get in the U.S. What we were doing is conducting a rehearsal for the exercise Trident Juncture, and where we would land 52 or 53s and our 22s onto a LZ landing zone. Extremely excited to work for and with the Icelandic people and also the other countries in the NATO alliance.
About 90 Marines from the 24th Marine Expeditionary Unit from Camp Lejeune carried out a mock air assault in Iceland last week as part of the initial phase of NATO's largest war games since the end of the Cold War. The NATO War Games, called Trident Juncture 2018, will begin on Thursday in Norway and include more than 50,000 troops from 31 countries. According to NATO, the purpose of Trident Juncture is to ensure that NATO forces are trained, able to operate together, and ready to respond to any threat from any direction. But the war games are also largely seen, by the East and West, as de facto training for a fight with Russia. Along with the carrier USS Harry S. Truman, the US has sent about 14,000 troops to the games, and the initial mock air assault was to help prepare Marines for a large-scale amphibious assault to be carried later in Norway. But that's not all the Marines did. Here's how they trained in Iceland for a potential cold weather fight with Russia.
Find who's up front. Come up front.
We're in Iceland, and we're out, and it's pretty cold. It's pretty cold and windy. Not very much shelter from the wind and the elements. So we expect to get a little bit of training here for the new Marines to prepare them more for Trident Juncture when we head out to Norway, because it's going to be a little bit colder there, a little bit more intense, and we've got to make sure we prepare them so they're sufficient in all this cold weather environment. We're looking forward to preparing for Norway. It's going to be a lot more difficult there, and we're going to be working with a lot more NATO allies, and the UK Royal Marines are going to be out there. They're going to be an essential asset to helping us be prepared for the cold weather environments.
Good work. Hey, let's go! Cover down!
Up.
Yeah. All right, good to go. Are you in? I heard the Iwo Jima was packed.
Huh?
I heard the Iwo Jima was packed.
Yeah, it's pretty busy. The bridge just came on too, so that is.
Do it now.
Is that good?
You just need a little taste. Seconds.
Yep.
Wingel's going to do a quick little demo on how to get that started. Once he does that,
Alright, so that's how they'll look. We're going for that.
go ahead, turn your fuel bottle on, put gas in the stove, you go counterclockwise.
You're gonna be watching the stove until you see fuel at the bottom come out.
All right, so now it's pumping a little gas, and what you're trying to do is heat up the stove itself. Does that make sense? All right, the stove's not hot, it's not gonna work properly. So all they're doing is just nursing the stove, making sure that all right, so do it again. So you're starting to see the flames die down, okay? And the little...
Dumping too much fuel?
No, it's barely on.
Barely on.
I mean, you can hear the sound.
Yeah, I'm here.
Even in the cold wind, hail, and rain, U.S. Marines continue to execute the mission at hand. Marines from the 24th Marine Expeditionary Unit conducted a hike, as well as cold weather training in Iceland during exercise Trident Juncture 2018.
Out here today, we're using some of the cold weather gear that we were issued back in Camp Lejeune. We're just getting the gear out, the tents, stoves, and stuff like that, making sure we know how to use it all the way down to the lowest level, and making sure that we figure out the problems now and iron them out before we get to Norway.
The Marines are utilizing the unique Icelandic environment to prepare and train for upcoming cold weather-related activities in Norway. Exercises like these help demonstrate the U.S.'s commitment to stand firm with its NATO allies and partners. From Iceland, I'm Senior Airman Devin Schultz.